Mission Post New York showcase, I worked at a Starbucks for 6 months in Times Square. Oh yeah, it's right. And constantly I would be singing during my shifts and everything else. Everyone knew I was a singer. That's what I did. And so when I finally booked the job, which was my year-long tour with Priscilla Queen in the Desert, the musical, I couldn't have been any happier. But while I was going through working in a Starbucks, barely having time to audition, and barely able to even take care of myself, you know, to live in a room in New York City, there were a lot of times that I was just not understanding why, what was wrong, what was I not doing, was I not talented enough, was I not old enough, was I too young, was I, you know, young enough, what was wrong? And then I got the show and I was like, oh, I'm okay, I'm enough, I'm good. And then I spent a year on the road and still had the same problems. What's wrong with me? Am I too young? Am I not talented enough? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not tall enough? Am I not short enough? What's wrong? And then I got to go home and see my family. And I'm like, yay, I'm okay, I'm enough. And then I moved back to New York. And I was unemployed, and I was auditioning. And again, it was the same questions over and over again. What's wrong with me? And there's this wonderful song by Jessie J called Who You Are. And a lot of times when I was having those questions about what's wrong with me, I would go back to listening to this song, and the simple message is, be true to who you are. With the show Priscilla, where it's the story of 3 drag queens traveling across the Australian outback, the huge thing was that they learned to love themselves and each other for who they were. And spending a year on a road by myself, it was learning to love me with all the complexities and the, you know, the simplicities and everything else about myself, and loving who I am. And I came back from that tour with a very, very dear friend of mine. The dance captain on the show became my best friend on that tour. And he couldn't make it tonight, but I would like to dedicate this song to him, because right now, he's been on Broadway before, and he covered one of the leads on the tour, and he's struggling with being unemployed, and he's been auditioning, you know, 4 or 5 auditions a day, just going to work. And he's not understanding what's wrong. Why is he not getting cast? And the last time I got to talk to him, all I wanted to tell him is just like, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, babe. There really isn't. Just love who you are. When you go in that room, just be who you are. And so he's obsessed with Jessie J, and he'll probably kill me because I got to meet her this week. She came to the show. I fangirled out. And so this is Who You Are by Jessie J.
Right.
In the mirror,
One more song,